For context, I, 23 female, have been dating this really great guy, 24, for almost 2 years. I love him very much, and he's probably the best person I've ever dated. About a few years ago, I was hanging out with a best guy friend who I normally hang out with on a somewhat regular basis and have known for years, and he's tight with one of my exes. And one night, we decided to get really drunk and just relax. We weren't flirting or anything, and he knows I'm in a relationship, so he didn't try to make a move during the time. Long story short, I was laying down on his bed and hoping to just go to sleep at the end of the night. The weirdest thing happened. My ex and I started kissing and had sex. I also got drunk another few times with some of my exes and their friends. Their friends invited me over, not my exes, and slept with my exes. I also had gotten drunk with some friends who don't know my boyfriend and slept with them. I attempted to bury this from my boyfriend since I knew how much it would hurt him. He was browsing through my phone to find a mutual contact's phone number while I was in the shower. He looked through my pictures and saw photos of me kissing other men, my exes and some other friends of mine. I told him that I did sleep with them. He got very angry, started crying, and kicked me out of his home. And called me names like hoe and whatnot. This caused me to slap him, and I demanded an apology from him. He also had proposed to me earlier this year and took back the ring. I also tattooed his name a while back and don't know what to do now. I'm his first girlfriend, and he told me how he can't trust people now thanks to me. I kept apologizing, but he refused to hear me. He blocked me and doesn't want to talk to me at all. I really love him, and I'm ready for him to forgive me and to take me back. I tried to visit his home and occasionally wait for him in the mornings while he goes jogging so I can catch up with him and grab his hand, which he usually slaps away. What do I do now? How do I get my boyfriend to come back to me? I love him so much and want him back. I thought we would be married, so he proposed and I tattooed his name on my shoulder, but he won't talk to me anymore. I'm ready for him to forgive me and am ready for him to apologize for calling me names, but he won't do any of that and told me that I shouldn't have slapped him. Comments. This can't be serious. Not only are you a serial cheater, you're dumb enough to have pics on your phone kissing other men who you also slept with. And you want him to take you back because you're ready? Nobody in their right mind would have a relationship with you, knowing your history. Why is he supposed to apologize for you cheating? He deserves better. Leave him alone since you clearly don't actually care about or respect him. The moment you chose to cheat, you ended the relationship. The weirdest thing happened and you magically had sex with someone else? Please tell me you're not being serious. And this wasn't just one mistake. It was multiple with multiple different people. Then you assaulted him. You must either be joking or you are seriously deluding yourself. You ruined this man's trust, you humiliated his pride, you've probably screwed him up from being able to form meaningful and healthy relationships in the future, and you have the audacity to hope he wants you back? Story 2. I'm 45 female, married for 11 years to my 41-year-old husband. We've been married for 11 years and have 2 kids together, both under 6. He was a virgin when we met. He was 26 and I was 30. So basically, we've been together for 15 years. He had never been super exciting in the bedroom. I found out after a month or 2 of dating that I was his first sex partner. What? He liked BJs but didn't go down on me like ever, and when we were first together, sex was fairly frequent, but never earth-shattering. So we got married after 4 years of dating. And because Mother Nature is always in control, it took 3 3/4 years before I got pregnant. We felt blessed to have kids. I was 39 when our first kid was born, C-section, all that jazz. My husband was very excited to be a father, but he wasn't really turned on by me anymore as I had gained weight, etc. So no sex for a while for me. I should also add no sex during pregnancy. Well, I got sick of feeling fat, so I lost the weight and we started having sex again occasionally. Along comes child number 2. Got prego when 40, birthday present. Had baby, same as before. No sex, baby shit going on, baby fat hanging on, etc. So I was fat for a few years. Still a good mom, still a good wife, still a good employee at work, but carrying an extra 50. What that equated to was no sex. Maybe a couple of times after the baby was born we had sex. If I recall correctly, we had sex twice, then everything just stopped, and we haven't had sex in 3 years. But prior to that, it was one time per year since 2010 when our first was born. I got sick of being fat, feeling ugly, and being embarrassed to be in pictures, so I lost the weight. I understand if my husband wasn't attracted to me when I had the extra weight, but now I'm pretty hot for 45 and still nothing. Our youngest is 4.5 now, and we haven't had sex in 3 years, and maybe longer. WTF? I had never even thought of cheating. I just felt that I was destined to be in a loveless, sexless marriage. I'm a pretty outgoing person. I have a great professional life. People generally like me. But my husband could care less. I don't know if it's low libido, he does drink every night, or if he's genuinely not interested in me. The last few years, before everything got shut down 3 years ago, when we did have sex, it was always the same thing. In the morning, him from behind. No kissing, no affection, no making it feel special. That's how baby number 2 was made. Pathetic, I know, LOL. I started a new job and fell hard for a married peer. I wasn't looking, it was like boom. There he was, and I had to have him. We're both managers. Our affair's been going on for almost 5 months now. We spend a lot of time together at work, obviously. We had a work event a month ago and went for drinks afterward. One of the people mentioned to AP that everyone is talking about you and XX. AP brushed it off and said that it's ridiculous. We actually ended up breaking off from the other party and kind of got busted by his wife. As in, she saw me in his car, but we weren't doing anything. It was a crazy night with alcohol involved. Someone recently told AP that people at work were talking about our relationship. I'm in a real struggle right now. Our place isn't huge, and we're very discreet. So while there's speculation, I can't say there's concrete proof. We are both in positions of influence, and this could be career-altering for us. We will definitely lose our jobs if corporate investigates and finds merit in the claim. So what to do? We are in love, or at least I am, and he tells me he loves me. He's BTDT and has had 2 previous APs, both long-term from the sounds of it, which was much to my surprise after we got involved. Not me, though. I'm a newbie. So if you got through all this, thank you and kudos to you. Help me with a game plan. I love this guy, and I don't want to lose him. I'm not planning at this moment to divorce my husband due to small children. I'm very worried about the rumors swirling, which I don't fully understand. Edit. This is not easy. It's very unnatural to me, and I'm in a position I never ever dreamed I would be in. Cheating was never even a blip on my radar until I met AP. There's so much chemistry there that it's very likely that it's obvious to others as well. We have been talking about the gossip going around, and we're definitely going to chill a bit. We're pretty sure of the source and have a plan to address that. In the meantime, no more hot lunches for a while, although they were effing amazing. Unfortunately, people notice when we're both gone. Especially the person we suspect is the originator of the gossip. No more closed-door office meetings, even though they're a necessity to our jobs. We'll be meeting in common areas such as conference rooms. No more discussing disputes at work. We can get intense, and every time someone interrupts, I'm certain they can feel the tension. That's not normal work tension. No more looks. We have a tendency to catch each other's eye in meetings, and it's almost impossible to break eye contact. Even though it's amazing, obviously if we can feel the connection, I'm pretty certain that other people can too. We are both committed to each other, to squashing this rumor, and to not add fuel to the fire. If my theory is right, it's one person who made a comment to the source that told AP. He's gonna work on her and to get more info. Our work environment thrives on drama, and we're both in a position that we cannot allow this kind of gossip. There's obviously a lot at stake. It's career altering as well as hurtful and affects families. With my husband, it's just so tricky. We didn't talk a lot about sex at first. I'm not super experienced, but he was definitely a porn dude. At first, he was creative and really tried. However, that ship sailed a long time ago. In general, we just don't talk. He's not a chatty person. Introverted, analytical, transactional, if you know what I mean. He doesn't like to talk just to talk. He talks when there's something to say, and if there's nothing to say, then there's nothing to talk about in his opinion. Crazy, huh? It used to drive me nuts, but I stopped caring about it and fighting it a long time ago. He goes to work, comes home, likes to be left alone, doesn't like to be bothered. Honestly, he's just kind of a lazy couch potato. He's a pretty good dad to our kids, but he's not super motivated to do anything with them. I think I'll make an exit plan from him in a few years, once the kids are a little older. I can't see myself spending the rest of my life with someone who doesn't satisfy me or talk to me. Regarding his drinking, it's just something he's done for a long time. It used to be beer, but now it's vodka, bourbon, etc. He doesn't get sloshed. He thinks it's perfectly acceptable to have a couple of drinks after work. I'm sure that's what he saw his dad do his entire life, and he's very much a creature of habit. I think in general he's just not happy with me, to be honest. I mean, really, who wants to spend their life with the only person they've ever slept with? I wouldn't have wanted that. I've thought for a long time that he might be having hookups. What kind of guy is content with no sex? I used to care, but honestly, I just don't care anymore. I'm kind of just dead inside. We are just co-parenting roommates. Comments. Chin up, rise above the gossip, deny, practice that innocent face, deny some more, and avoid each other as much as possible. He's probably under major surveillance from his wifey. Good luck. And by the way, female cheating is no worse than male cheating. Make some funny comments at work about losing your sex drive, etc. And put some plans in place, money away, in case your husband kicks you out with the kids. Hugs to you. Sounds to me like this affair is what's keeping you in your marriage. I also had an AP at work, and it's difficult to be discreet. You think you're on top of it and being careful. But sometimes it's a look, body language, the way you share private jokes, etc. that can give things away. Our strategy was always to let people know we were happily married and also that we were good friends. There's nothing wrong with being friends with other workers. Make sure you're close to other people too. If they like you both, there are less likely to be rumors. If there are any, laugh them off. And always, when you meet privately, make sure you do so well away from work. Enjoy.